What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with another Jonathan Young reaction. It's time we checking out his Disney cover song of what was it, Hellfire? Yes, from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay, now I'm super excited about this performance. Okay, I've for the longest been wanting to see a bass singer cover a Hellfire song, but in a more, upbeat, more modern kind of version, right? And it all started, for me, it all started with Tommy P. If you guys don't know who that is, you'll need to go check him out. He did a cover of Hellfire, and I thought it was absolutely magnificent. I mean, the low notes that this man was hitting was just deep down in my soul. Okay. And then I'm wondering if Dan Vasc has one. I think that's how you pronounce his last name, if he has one. But I do know that what was his name? I'm forgetting his name. Peter Hollins. Yes, I do know he has a version as well. So we might have to go check out his version. But the reason why I decided to go with Jonathan Young is because my reaction to his Let It Go song, I learned what kind of singer he was because he was singing at a low register. And I was like, oh, wow, this dude's got some pretty deep, he got some dragon potential here. So I'm really interested in knowing, even though it's going to be a metal cover, it may not be much low stuff in here, but it may. But let's go ahead and shut up and turn it up, see what Jonathan Young's about to bless us with today. Yeah, just right off the bat, bro. That's pretty awesome. The theatrics of everything.
Beata Maria, you know I am a righteous man. Of my virtue I am justly proud. Beata Maria, you know I'm so much purer than the common, vulgar, weak, licentious crowd. Then tell me, Maria, why I see her dancing there, why her smoldering eyes still scorch my soul. I feel her, I see her, the sun on her raven hair is blazing in me out of all control. Like fire, hellfire, this fire in my skin, this burning desire is turning me to sin.
Okay, yeah, this is awesome. Okay, so we got a metal cover, although I'm starting to get hints of power metal in here as well, which is awesome because it's the same thing that I felt when I listened to his Let It Go, right? Where it, fantasy, right? And power metal, I think a lot of its narrative is driven by fantasy and stuff. So it's a perfect type of genre when you're doing like Disney songs and everything, because it kind of adds to that whole entire fantasy kind of feeling. Now, when it comes to this song Hellfire, right, regardless if you're going to do it somewhat along to the original score, right, or you decide to break away from it, what makes it interesting is the arrangement decisions, right? Because you got this song, all right, it's cool, everybody's heard it a million times. Now when you move it into another genre, some things aren't going to make sense. So how are you going to arrange that? I find that very interesting as well. And I think your ability to arrange it as well will kind of will help your cover of it stand out. Okay, now I'm absolutely loving the metal cover right here, but I think another added effect to this is just the amount of attention and detail that was put towards this video right here. Like, this is amazing stuff what I'm looking at, and he's got the fire effects and stuff on his fist and everything. I mean, even the get up and the theatrics that he's selling, right? We kind of think about when you watch the original video in the movie, right? You see that pain and kind of confliction of the what was his name? I'm forgetting the name of the if he's a priest or a bishop. I'm forgetting his name, but you kind of see those feelings, even though it's a cartoon, in his performance, and we're kind of getting the same thing here with Jonathan Young. So with the music being fantastic, the editing and the video effects are phenomenal.
Sin. to blame. It was the gypsy girl who thinks us in this flame. It's not my fault. Is it God's plan? He made the devil so much stronger than a man. Protect me, Maria. Don't let this siren cast a spell. Don't let her fire sear my flesh and bone. Destroy Esmeralda and let her taste the fires of hell, or else let her be mine and mine alone. Deliver me from evil, Maria. Give me sanctuary, please. I will find her. I will find her if I have to burn down all of Paris. Hellfire, dark fire. Now, gypsy, it's your turn. Choose me or your pyre. Be mine or you will burn. God have mercy on her. God have mercy on me. But she will be mine or she give me sanctuary.
Oh man, I'm telling you, he has nailed the whole kind of darkness with a little bit of light in there with the whole kind of horror kind of theme. And that's another thing which is also pretty awesome when you're moving things over to another genre, is because some other genres, you know, they may fit the more aggressive tone as opposed to what the original was. So with him moving this song over into metal, now you have access to all these grunge and all these effects and all these deep sounds that you would necessarily hear in the metal scene, which is going to give a song like this a whole lot more power, right? But he went a step further and added a little bit of that horror kind of feeling in it as well, like we heard in that piano going in the back of that kind of like trinkling, like a trinkling sound as it's like descend into madness and into destruction and everything. And like I said, half of this performance was just in the video editing alone, kind of really sell that effect, especially with those little light effects with what I'm guessing is supposed to be Esmeralda and in the light and everything to kind of give you that sense of who he was talking about in the back, in like the back of his mind or something like that. I don't know what I'm saying. All I know is that it was an excellent performance. Like, it's just crazy. And like I feel like another half of the battle, how many halves we got here? Another half of the battle, like I said, is the arrangement. It's always fun to take something that's not metal and try to move it over to the metal genre. Now you have all this different sounding thing, you know. Same thing happens in like acapella. With acapella, you know, you got to make all your arrangements and they all have to be by the mouth. So you got all kinds of ways that you can flex it and everything. Moving things into different genres to get different sounds, that's what I'm absolutely loving. And honestly, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I might hunt some of that down. I might hunt some of really like nice, maybe even Disney songs, right, and try to see what those nice, the happy ones, I want to see what the happy ones sound like when they're brought over into a more aggressive genre, like his Let It Go, right? Happy song, you know, a little bit egotistical, that song Let It Go. But you bring it over to the metal genre, and now we got all these interesting sounds. Now what would that sound like? We might have to hunt that down, and I feel like Jonathan Young is pretty much one, if not the only, YouTube scene is big, one, if not the only leaders in transforming a love song into something completely different. So, all right, y'all, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.